Hello everybody. The past month has been a mix of feelings: hectic, exciting, surreal, and if you can tell by the title of this video, it's our baby. So tonight what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you about the experience, give you guys some more detail about what happened in the past month, some of the changes that are coming to the channel as a result. There's already snow falling at about 500 elevation. Come along for the ride. There's a lot of things I want to tell you guys and share with you guys. My previous video, when I was talking about how I was going off to film some content, people did give me some hard time about leaving Katie behind, but the thing that really I don't think that some people got or understood was the fact that Katie and I had a plan. I was going to go to a place where there was reception and I wasn't going to be more than a few hours away, and then we can go to the hospital. Actually, what ended up happening was the next day when I came home, I'd say about a few hours into the day, her water broke. And when her water broke, it was about 3:58 p.m. We went to the hospital and she didn't have contractions till like 10 p.m. So for like 6 hours, she was not feeling anything. There was nothing going on. So it still would have given us that ample time to be able to drive to the hospital and everything. And you know, you can make your judgments based on that if you want, but at the end of the day, everything worked out fine. We had a plan in place and our beautiful baby is here now. And that's the segue to Chloe Grace. As soon as Katie's water broke, I calmly announced on Instagram that we were heading out to the hospital. Katie's water just broke, so we are getting some stuff together and we're gonna head out. Since many of you have shown interest and kindness towards the progress of the baby throughout Katie's pregnancy, I wanted to bring you guys along on the journey. Alright, I had a couple of bags full of stuff, but I'm just gonna bring some extra stuff just in case. I was super organized and ready for this moment. When we arrived at the hospital, they administered a COVID test on Katie, which provided a negative result in about an hour. I did not have to take the test, but since she is negative, I assume I'm also negative. Okay, we're here and
COVID times.
yeah,
here.
First we're gonna check, and this is not the birthing suite, this is just getting the checkup. We triage, and then we're gonna go to the birthing suite after, I believe.
Assuming I'm actually in labor, I guess.
Yeah. We then got moved into the birthing suite. This is our dinner for tonight. I brought some extra bottles of water from home. We DoorDash Thai food to have it delivered to my house, so by the time I get there from the hospital, they'd be waiting for us. So we're just waiting. She's starting to feel more contractions and all that stuff. And waited for Katie to start her contractions. The contractions started about 6 hours later. So eventually Katie went into labor that evening, and the contractions were getting more frequent and intense with each passing minute. And at about 5 a.m. she started to push. And finally at 8:46 a.m. Chloe Grace was born, weighing in at 7 pounds 3 ounces. Throughout the evening, we had to put on our masks every time the nurses and doctors entered our room, but Katie was allowed to remove the mask during the actual birthing session. Sleeping area, Chloe's sleeping area, the mommy's sleeping area, bathroom. We stayed at the birthing suite for a night and left Tuesday evening. We were supposed to stay until Wednesday, as they generally recommend the first-time mothers to stay at the hospital for about 48 hours after birth, unless there are complications, then sometimes it could be longer. And then for the next month until now, we barely slept. I am very proud of Katie and the challenges she overcame during Chloe's birth, and the continued strength and resilience she shows at home. I don't know how I got so lucky to be with her. We took advice from our parents, friends, Google, YouTube, and many of you who have been so generous in providing input and investing into Chloe's introduction into this world. We are thankful for them and definitely thankful for you. I'm happy to report that Bernie is getting along with Chloe very well. Although he was still exhibiting signs of being uncertain of how to conduct himself around the baby, usually by cautiously sniffing her out, but he has acclimated to the new family member very well. So it has been surreal, and maybe delusions caused by the lack of sleep has some hand in it, but I still have a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that I am now a father, and that I look into the eyes of a creation that is a byproduct of the love that Katie and I share, and has each of our essence and DNA inside her. I sometimes wonder if my dad felt the same way with me, but since we don't have that kind of an open relationship, I don't think I'll ever find out. It is also strange to know that this little baby, who will become a woman, will still be here when Katie and I perish. We hope that she will make a positive impact in the world and contribute to bringing a piece of heaven to earth. But even if she does not or is not able to do that, we will still love her anyways. As for the channel, I would like to take her on as many adventures as possible. We will find out in the coming years how that turns out. We're just going to hang out for a little bit, and then tomorrow I'm curious to see how the site looks in the morning. So we'll bring you back on board for that. I might give you guys, well actually I have plans to just kind of talk to you guys about some of my setup inside the car. Because of the baby, I had to change some things around inside the rig and the setup on the rig to accommodate the baby once Chloe is ready to go camping with us. So I'm going to share that with you guys as well. So I'll do that. If there's any developments throughout the night, I will get back to you guys. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Guys, I don't know if you can tell, but if you notice a little difference in quality of this video. So one of the announcements for the channel is, as far as channel changes go, is that I did switch up my video recording system. So before I had the Panasonic Lumix GH5, and that was what was filming most of the video. I had a couple of issues with that camera, which was, it was horrible in low light. I even had a 0.95 aperture camera, which is supposed to take in more light, and it still could not perform. And also, the autofocus on that camera wasn't really that great. So anytime I had to set up a shot, I didn't want to put on autofocus because it'll sometimes blur out my face, or put on manual focus and try to measure where it would be focused into. But as far as this camera goes, as you can see, it's focusing pretty good, I think. That is because I got a Sony a7S III. It's been great so far for this trip, and I look forward to using it more and hopefully upping the quality on these videos. I will be recording in 4K, and then the output will be in 1080 when I go and edit. Some other updates that I want to show was because of the baby and Chloe and our anticipation of bringing Chloe out to Overland with us, or with Katie and I did set up and rearrange some of the spacing and organization in the back. So in the back of the rig, I do have a baby seat in there, or the base, where the carrier will snap into place. So that is something we are anticipating on doing once Chloe is able to go out and join us on these trips. All right, so for breakfast, Charles hooked up some awesome breakfast. Got some potatoes, sausage, peppers, eggs. And what else you got in here?
That's it.
That's it. That's it. And here's what it looks like. Oh, that looks good, huh? It's great when you go camping and you got friends who can cook. Because me, I had a mountain house meal last night and I thought that was great, but this, yeah, this is where it's at. Definitely grateful and feel lucky. So today what we're gonna do is we packed up camp and we're gonna head out on the trail. It did snow yesterday into the evening, but today it seems pretty fair, just a little foggy. And we're gonna try to take a scenic route out of here. We'll see if we can get some footage for you guys on that. So I'm gonna finish my breakfast here, hang out a little bit, and we'll see you guys in a bit.